Every lawyer is going to need to know how to interview, how to do negotiations, how to read and draft a contract, and the clinics, all of them, offer a really unique way to get that experience while you're in law school.
Our graduates are going to be practicing lawyers, and I think it's really important for young lawyers to understand what it is that lawyers do. And the only way you understand what lawyers do is to do it.
The primary objective of the clinics is to provide Duke Law students, primarily third-year Duke Law students, the opportunity to get their first experience as a lawyer.
Pretty much I owe Duke my life. I had 9 lawyers who served me very graciously and admirably, and I'm very proud of them, no doubt. And I'm also very proud of this Duke Law School.
The idea of having responsibility for a client, no matter what kind of client it is, it could be the biggest corporation to the poorest individual child. Experiencing having responsibility for a client is a powerful experience that students get in the clinic, and one that will translate to whatever area they go into.
It's in a more controlled environment, so I think it's a great way to explore and kind of learn whether or not something fits you and if this is something that you really want to do.
These are things that starting day one, when I started practicing on my own, I felt that I was very thankful that I had the clinic experience in things like relationship building, interviewing, investigation processes.
There's a definite pedagogical and educational component as well, and so you're constantly reflecting on the work that you've done.
In the clinics, our students have the opportunity to be primarily responsible for multiple cases, to interact directly with clients, really to manage their own cases and to work with clients to solve their problems.
One of the things that's important about being a student in a clinic is that you learn something about the aspirations of the profession. You learn something about the values in the profession that are important. You learn what it means to be a profession. You learn about civility. You learn about dealing with people. You learn about collaboration. And those are things that you learn only by doing them, and doing them in a context where it's safe.
We exercise ultimate responsibility as supervisors for all the work that the students do, but we endeavor at the very beginning of the semester to get them inculcated in this notion that they are acting as professionals.
There's a lot of one-on-one meetings with professors regarding cases, and you find that over the course of the semester, it's less them pointing out issues to you than it is you pointing out issues to them in advance of them having the opportunity to do so, which is great because once you have gotten to the point where you're the one spotting the issues in advance, that just really goes to show that you feel like you start to know what you're doing.
Incredibly smart and committed Duke Law students meet the needs of individuals and organizations across North Carolina and in some cases across the region, and with our new International Human Rights Clinic across the world, to work with people and organizations who would otherwise not have access to a lawyer.
I have to say that the quality of the work that the students do on these cases that are very difficult cases sometimes is outstanding. And I don't think, even if the client could find a lawyer for their disability case, I don't think they could find a lawyer of the quality that this clinic provides. If this clinic didn't exist, I think many of our clients would not have legal representation.
It's great to be able to give back to people in a way that has results that you can see.
When a Duke student leaves us now, if they have taken advantage of both the wonderful doctrinal courses that we offer and the clinical courses, I think they can't be beat.
Then if you take it, whether it's to a firm, to a fellowship, to a government position, if you already have those experiences, if you're already comfortable saying, okay, well, I've interviewed clients before, I can handle this, or I've drafted bench memos before, I can handle this, and I've done it in a practical setting, not just as some sort of academic exercise, it really makes you stand out.